Greetings, comrades and woodland creatures. This is Andre Higuedas Desjardins for Bloomborough Play Booster. They're all play boosters now. I don't have to differentiate anymore. We can just let it go. Crack-a-Pack. Okay, I got a food token. Excellent. Oh, where am I going to put it? Over here, right? Yes. Good, yes, good. Professional video quality. We all know what we're doing. Alright. First up, Hidden Grotto. When enters Surveil, add a colorless. And for 1 mana, you can add 1 mana of any color. I'm going to say this, and it's going to upset a lot of you. These cards are bad. This is a bad card. Don't play it. Your mana base is terrible. The last thing you need to do is then need 2 mana to fix your mana. This is bad. Don't play it. Even if you have a disaster thing where you have to splash a 3rd color, there are just artifacts that splash the 3rd color. There's the 2/1. You can filter mana once a turn. It doesn't cost you 2 mana. It's just itself. It's not one of your lands. The Surveil, whatever. Very medium. You don't need to play this card. Don't play this card. This card is like a D. You don't want to play this card. If you didn't put it in your deck, you'd be right most of the time. Okay. Sorry, I got a little emotional there. Alright. Next up we have Shore Up. 1 blue for an instant. Target creature control gets +1/+1 and gains hexproof until end of turn. Untap it. I'm not high on blue decks, as you know from the last draft. That being said, if you are in a blue X deck and you have a few bombs you need to protect, this does a great job of protecting them. Like for example, if you have the Otter that copies spells, you wait till you play it on 6, you keep Shore Up, they aim the removal spell at it, you're fine. So in those decks, it's great. It's a C. Not looking to first pick it. Pick it up if I'm in the blue-red spells deck or if I'm in a blue deck that has a few bombs. Next up, Wax Wane Witness. 1 white, 3 colors for a Bat Cleric. It's a 2/4 flying vigilance, and when you gain or lose life during your turn, Wax Wane gets +1/+0 until end of turn. This is fine in the Cleric's deck. Like 2/4 flying vigil would have been like great stats before with the upside. Now it's fine. You can often find a way to gain or lose life, but it's fine either way. This is like a C-. You'll play it in the Bats deck. It can fill out any of your decks, but you're not stoked for it. Get out of here. Alright. Next up, Junkbane Bruiser. It's 3 and 2 red-green hybrids. It's Raccoon Berserker. It's a 4/5 trample, and when you expend 4, so as you spend your 4th mana in the turn, he gets +2/+1 until end of turn, so he becomes a 6/6 trample. He becomes the Colossal Dreadmaw we all know and love. This is like a C- card. It's a fine 5-drop. You don't always want a bunch of 5-drops. The trample on it is definitely the most important part. If you're in like the Raccoons deck and you don't have something with trample, you'd bump this up a little bit because you want something with trample. But not looking to first pick this guy. Alright. Roughshod Duo. It's 1 red, 2 colors for 3/2 trample. Whenever you expend 4, target creature you control gets +1/+1 against trample until end of turn. So I would take this for the red decks before the previous card. I think this is a fine playable. I think this is a C. Yeah, this is a fine card. You'll play it, but like you don't want to first pick this thing. But it's currently in the lead. Alright. Sticky Tongue Sentinel. It's 1 green, 2 colors for 3/3 reach. When he enters the battlefield, return up to 1 target permanent you control to its owner's hand. And that's a May, so you don't have to. So this can just be a 3/3 reach. This is a C. Happy just to have this 3/3 reach. Does a lot. Great body for the format. Lines up well. And one of the better colors to start with. Alright. Rabbit Response is 2 a white, 2 colorless. For an instant creature control, get +2/+1 until end of turn. If you control Rabbit, scry 2. I'm going to say a couple things about the words on these cards. It's called Rabbit Response because you only want to play it in rabbits. You don't want to play it in any other decks. It's Wabbit season. If you control Scrabbit Raichu, it's completely irrelevant because this is the last spell you're casting in the game. Your opponent is going to be dead after you cast this spell, or you don't cast this spell. This is a C+ in the rabbits. Like last night, we were in a pod of 10 people, and Will and I were both happy to get one, and we kind of probably wanted another one each. I managed to get the Banner and the Caretaker's rare enchantment, which could pump things, but I would have been really happy with another Rabbit Response. But it's a rabbit card. Alright. Wildfire Howl. Ooh, this is another card I had in my deck last night, but didn't play it. It's 2 red and colorless, and you can gift a card, so you can have a draw a card. It deals 2 damage to each creature, and if the gift was promised, it deals 1 damage to any target and 2 damage to each creature. This is a sideboard A. Against the rabbits deck, they lose against this card. I normally don't hate draft. I absolutely hate drafting this card. That being said, you're not going to start with it main. Like the other red decks also have low toughness creatures, basically. In the Raccoon deck, which has some higher toughness creatures, you're still not going to play this, but this is sideboard A. If I was in red, I would take it very early, knowing it's gonna kill a lot of bunnies. Alright. Bark Knuckle Boxer. It's a red and that is not red. It's a green and a colorless. For Raccoon Berserker, it's a 3/2, and when you expend 4, it gains indestructible until end of turn. I want 2 drops. This is a great 2-drop. It's 3/2. Sometimes it'll gain indestructible, but I really just want 2 drops. This is probably C+. This is what I am picking right now. Still not thrilled, but Brambleguard Captain is a red and 3 colorless for 2/3. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +X/+O until end of turn, where X is that card's power. In the mice deck, specifically, this is probably a B-. In most other decks, red decks, it's probably a C+. Like, I forget the name, but there was a Goblin card that gave +2/+O. You're very happy to have this. It technically affects the board when you enter the battlefield, even without haste or anything. But I am going to start with the 2-drop over this, but that is also a very strong card. Alright. Mabel's Mantle is a white and colorless. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn, and up to 1 other target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Like if you look at this, the red-white is the Valiant deck, so they want to be targeted once a turn. Mabel's Mantle can target 2 things. That's great. I'd honestly rather the white common that is 1 white mana, I believe, +2/+2, but you can gift a food to make it indestructible. Just because of the indestructibility and it's cheaper mana. This is a fun card. You'll play it in white decks. It's a C. Alright. Valley Quest Caller is a white and colorless for a 2/3 Wabbit Warrior. Whenever 1 or more other rabbits, birds, bats, or mice you control enters scry 1, and other rabbits, birds, bats, and mice control get +1/+1. So those are the white creature types. This is probably B. This is what I'm first picking. I would like to be in white for this. I'd obviously love to be rabbits, but any of the white colors would be great for this. We're overtaking it. I don't even think it's particularly close. Foil Mountain. Nice. And Wix Patrol is 4 colors and 2 black for Rat Warlock. It's 5/3. When it enters mill 3 cards, when you do, target creature opponent controls gets -X/-X till end of turn, where X is the greatest mana cards among cards in your graveyard. This card is actually really strong. I'm usually not happy for 6-drops. I would be happy to play this 6-drop in my deck. I'd be happy to play 2 of them. This can catch you up. It's humongous. This is probably like a B-. I'm still going to take Valley Quest Caller over it, because I think the upside for the Quest Caller is there, but this is an excellent card. This is a 6-drop. Excuse me, this is a 6-drop you should be looking to play. But We're taking the Rabbit Warrior. We are taking Valley Quest Caller. We are hoping to be white in this case. Alright, everybody, this is Andre Aguides Desjardins signing out.